Welcome to today's video session, and on today's session we are going to be talking about questions that you need to ask as an investor who is investing into an estate in the city of Abuja. Now, if you're an investor, you're someone who is interested in investing into the Abuja real estate market, you need to arm yourself with these important questions that you need to have answers to before you invest into any estate in the city of Abuja. If you're investing into any other location, it could also help you, but this is specifically for people who are interested in investing into the city of Abuja. My name is Dora and I'm your real estate investment advisor located in the city of Abuja, who is committed to bringing you the best of real estate education and of course the best of real estate investment opportunities located in this city. All right, do well to stay to the end of this video, like, share, and be a part of this family where we bring you updates on what is happening in the Abuja real estate market. We are going to be looking at some important questions you need to ask as an investor, someone who is trying to invest into the Abuja real estate market, right? And number one of that question is, these people that is selling this estate for you, are they actually real estate developers or they are land sellers? Because trust me, there's a difference. A land seller is someone who can buy maybe 5 or 10 hectares of land and demarcate or parcellate it and of course put it out in the market. Now this can be done in the name of a real estate company, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that they are real estate developer. On the other side, a real estate developer has the responsibility to make sure that the estate comes out livable, habitable, right? And this comes with a lot of responsibilities that so many land sellers doesn't want to burden themselves with. Some of these responsibilities comes with making the estate livable, like I've mentioned before, and that comes with infrastructures, amenities, making it desirable, beautifications, and every other thing that you need to do to make an estate to be desirable. And this comes with a cost. When you find your answer to this question, that is going to help you through your investment. And number two question is the documentation. What is the paper of this particular project saying? Investors, pay attention before you give your money out for any investment, before you spend your money, before you make that transfer, right? Check out the paper. Please check the documentation. All right, make sure that everything is as it's supposed to be. Work with credible professionals, work with professionals that has your interest at heart. Ask questions like, what is the title of the land? Is it local council allocation? Is it federal government allocated? Right? Is it a FCDA approved? All right, all these questions are important. Right? Does it have building approval yet? When are you looking at having building approval? And again, take your due diligence seriously. The third question you need to ask is, the company who is selling, the person who is selling, are they competent enough to transfer title? Earlier this year, we found out that federal government deactivated so many companies, right? And if you invest into a company that has been deactivated by the federal government but continue to operate, it makes them legally ineligible to transfer title, which means that any property you buy from them at that point in time is basically as risky as it can be. This means that it's as good as gone. Of course, these documents are not going to just be handed over to you, but if you work with professionals who can do the work for you and make sure that your investment is secured as much as possible. And then there's also an issue of trust, right? If you trust this particular company, this real estate company, of course you can go ahead and make your investment with them. All right, knowing that these people does what they say and says what they do. Right, it goes both ways. So if you're able to work with companies or individuals who help you to do the right thing as much as possible, then you're basically covered. Again, let me mention that the documents can be correct, the land or the property can be genuine, but the people selling this particular property to you might not be able to transfer title, which now invalidates the transaction, which is why you need to do as much as you can to stay on the safest side of your investment. Professional fees for brokers and professionals who help you to make your investment is nothing compared to the entirety of your investment and the returns that you stand to get for the said investment. So paying small for security shouldn't be a problem. All right, you should be able to navigate that. And the next question you need to ask before you make any investment in the FCT is, are there any other fees? Especially when it has to do with estate investment, there are usually other charges that is different or that is separate from the money that you use to purchase the property. Now, this particular fees is generally for the estate development. In the FCT, it's called developmental fees and infrastructural fees. Now, these fees should not stop you from investing, right? These fees should never be a hindrance to your investment. The reason is because, again, if you're working with real estate developers, these fees is allocated for the development of the estate. Unless you don't desire to live in an estate where things are organized, where there is running water, there is good road, there is light, there is security, and all of that. But if that is what you desire, you should be able to have it in mind that these fees are there and that this is what they are allocated for. Of course, I said again, work with real estate developers and not land sellers. You don't pay for them immediately, you pay for your land, unless of course you desire to. But before you move into development, before you move into building your houses and all of that, you are expected to pay these fees, right? This helps in generally beautifying the estate and making it livable for you and other residents. Again, find out what the fees are, be sure that it is what you can do, and like I said, make sure that this fees doesn't stop you from investing. So ask about the infrastructural fee and put it in mind that this is what you're expected to pay. Next question you have to ask is the time frame for development, because for some estates they give you 2 years, some 1 year, some months, some 3 years, and all of that. So you need to find out the time frame before you can be able to start development. Do you want to start developing immediately? Do you want to land back and all of that? These are all the conversations that you need to have with the real estate company. You need to make sure that the estate is in alignment with your purpose of investment. Their terms and conditions and every other thing have all the information you need to make safe and secure investment. Now, the next question you need to ask is the question of plot sizes, right? What is the size of plots of land in the estate? There could be 150 square meters, 200 square meters, 300 square meters. Know the prototype to the plot sizes that you're buying. Don't go and buy 150 square meters to build a 3 or 4 bedroom terrace duplex, and then tomorrow you now change your mind. Okay, I don't want to build a terrace duplex again. I want to do blocks of apartments. You have to have a purpose, have a goal for your investment, and then let your professional tailor that your purpose and in finding something for you. Finding out the plot sizes of the estate helps you to know what you actually want and what you want to do with it, and making sure that what the estate planned for it is what you are going to do with it. That also generally helps to keep you safe and also secure your investments. An average person from the east knows a plot of land to be 100 by 100, and here in Abuja, you are calling a plot of land to be 150 square meters or 300 square meters. You need to be able to find out that this your 350 square meters or your 300 square meters is in square meters, right? And not by 100 by 100 feet and all of that. You need to ask these questions, right? And be able to have the information then to help you to make proper decisions towards your investments. Now, like I said, in the FCT, for any approved estate is a building prototype, right? For any building approval that has been secured in the FCT or that has been applied for in the FCT, they already have what is planned or what is structured to be built there. I mentioned this earlier, so you should definitely take it more seriously. This plot size that you're buying, what is the prototype that you are meant to build there? This is very important, especially for estate lands. This is very, very important. You need to know, you need to be sure, right? If you want to do block of flat, you need to say that you want to do block of flat, right? And if the estate doesn't have a block of flat in that particular estate that you've already seen, then your professional can help you to secure another one, right? And find more. And this is because securing building approvals and the FCDA approved buildings and all of that, it takes a lot. And finally, the next question you need to ask is the question of who is your broker, who is representing you, who is going for you, who is going out for you, who is asking questions and getting answers for you. Make sure that you work with informed, credible, trustworthy professionals. And when your broker asks for you to involve a property lawyer, emphasis on a property lawyer, please let us also remember that there is difference between a lawyer and a property lawyer, right? There's the need for a legal mind to be involved in your transaction, especially if you're making huge transactions and investments on and around the FCT, right? Let your professional, your broker, be able to know that can they do this, or do they also need the presence of a property lawyer? Be sure that you have all these data, all these facts, and have these answers given to you, right? And then you can go ahead and make your investment. And don't forget, my name is Dora and I'm a real estate investment advisor located in the city of Abuja, who is committed to bringing you the best of real estate education and also committed to bringing you the best of real estate investment opportunities in this city. Reach out to me with the number shown right on your screen and I'll help you during the process of your investment. Yes, see you on my next video. Bye bye.